Hello, cryotherapy enthusiasts. Welcome back to the CryoCeo podcast. I'm your host, Anna, and I'm thrilled to announce our next guest. Joining us today, it's none other than Skylar Scarlet. Skylar brings over a decade of experience in cryotherapy industry, having served as storefront owner, franchise creator, business consultant, and equipment seller. In 2016, he successfully sold his first cryotherapy business. I need help here. I know it's not glaze.
You're going to say glaze, right?
Yeah,
We
I was about to say glaze.
We said glaze for a long time too, and then we realized it's the French word for ice, and it's actually pronounced glacé.
Glacé.
We wish we had, people love the name, but we also wish we had changed the name because it drove us absolutely crazy.
So we all
no one ever said it right.
Today.
We had to correct them all the time, right?
Glacé.
Yeah.
Glacé it is. And then in 2017, he created and sold his own franchise model. In 2018, he partnered with a billion-dollar health club chain to expand cryotherapy services, making them more accessible and affordable within health clubs. Currently, as the vice president of sales at Next Wellness, Skylar leverages his expertise to assist both new and established businesses in operating the industry-leading wellness equipment. Welcome to the show, Skylar. It's a pleasure of having you here.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here with my friend. I know we've known each other for a long time. I'm trying to think when we even met for the first time, but
that's always a hard question.
I'm sure
we all know each other.
Yeah.
But we don't really recall how we met.
Yeah.
It's probably some of the social medias, Facebook groups, cryotherapy.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time. We know that.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Quite a journey, Skylar.
It has been. I tried you were listing off all that stuff, right? And I've tried just about everything. Health club model, storefront model, franchising, licensing at some point, selling equipment, consulting. So I've done just about everything that you can do.
So can we start maybe with describing the difference between operating a cryotherapy business a decade ago versus today?
Yeah, a decade ago, I feel like there's maybe 10 locations in the whole country. And most of them were only whole body cryo. There wasn't red light, infrared saunas, float. It was just whole body cryo. So that's the biggest, difference as far as what services were there. Equipment, you didn't see a lot of electric cryotherapy, you saw a lot of nitrogen cryotherapy.
Or none.
Or none, right? So the model was very, very different. And then back then, people had no idea what cryotherapy was. Cryotherapy, can you spell it? And then after the years went by, right, people would see it on TV or hear about it from their friend, and they'd be like, yeah, you got to go try cryotherapy. So today, most people have at least heard of cryotherapy. It's not how do you spell it?
I know that I 10 years ago didn't know how to spell it. I was still in Croatia.
Really?
I was still in Croatia. We don't do cryotherapy.
I was going to ask you that. There's not one cryotherapy center.
No, I don't know about today. Maybe in the capital, but it's really not popular.
I do like to sell equipment all over the world. It's just makes me feel special. So I have clients in Malaysia, Canada, Australia.
Amazing.
Croatia, maybe, if you know somebody.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe.
Okay, and then how has your perspective on cryotherapy evolved from when you were 23 to now at 33?
A lot of changes. I learned that membership model, in my opinion, is the best way to do cryotherapy. I think, one, for the client, it's better results. You come more consistently, reduce inflammation, you feel better. From a business owner standpoint, recurring revenue is just a better business model. So I know from that. And then obviously being 23, I didn't know I could do anything wrong. So I did. I tried everything. It was my foot was on the gas pedal. I was a crazy entrepreneur and I just didn't care. I think not that I was trying to do bad things, I just was going for it, doing everything that I could possibly do. Now I kind of hesitate before I do anything. 23-year-old me, no thoughts at all. Just go and do everything.
Makes sense. So throughout your 10-year journey, what has been your favorite part?
Relationships, right? I love our relationship. I love being here at Cryocon, and every second I run into someone and I can, talk to them about their family and how things are going, and just being able to travel across anywhere in the US and other places, and being able to stop somewhere and see owners that I know. Most people in this industry, they get in for the right reasons. I love it. If you talk to 99% of them, right? It's why did you do cryo? Because they were using it and it changed their life. So I love that kind of aspect of, relationship building.
That is true. So speaking of relationships and connections, I've even met some of your friends from Shark Tank. You've had the unique experience of appearing on ABC's Shark Tank, not once, but twice.
Yes.
So I believe first time you went with your sister?
Went with my sister for glacé cryotherapy. We were really new. I think we were less than a year. And my sister actually had watched.
Tell us all about it.
Yeah, my sister had watched the show, right? And she loved it. I hadn't really seen it. But when I heard about it, I'm like, of course we can do this, right? Piece of cake. I didn't know that 80,000 people apply every year.
Wow, 80,000.
And, you go through a long casting process. You do a phone call. And then if you pass the phone call, you go to producers. If the producers like you, you do a video. Video almost ruined it for us because we're making this video, and at this point they have like maybe 10,000 applicants, and they cut that down to like 200. Video we were making were terrible. We didn't like the cameras being on us, so they were not turning out well. My sister especially. So what I did is I took her to a pizzeria next door, got her a couple glasses of wine. Came back, redid it, and we just absolutely killed the
Great
video.
strategy.
So that video, I think the wine saved us. And then yeah, just putting a year
And
into
today
something.
she's actually in the wine industry.
She is.
That's how everything started.
She is. I do miss her in the cryo thing. I wish she had stayed around. We were just really early. And then obviously Shark Tank, I think, I don't think we would have done the same things without Shark Tank. Like we were totally content with one location. And then when you're on TV on Shark Tank and, 5 million people watch you, people start approaching you. And again, I was young, right?
Yes.
And my
How old
sister,
were you at the time?
20,
Which year are we talking about?
25, or maybe even later.
Super young.
Yeah, I get my years mixed up, but I was definitely early 20s. And people are approaching you. That's where the health club deal actually came from.
Okay.
They reached out to us, having seen us on Shark Tank. So you can see the
Amazing.
power of Shark Tank, right?
Absolutely.
And actually, I'll bring up another funny story about Shark Tank. When we were there, they were playing Ice Ice Baby before we came out. So like they knew it was going to be a fun segment. They knew it. And then like it turned out well. We got an offer on air and stuff. So I knew that, even people that film, they're not guaranteeing the air date. So you can put in a whole year of work and never see yourself on TV.
That's interesting. And then you went again. How was the second experience?
Way better. I'm not nervous. I was like eating their food. I was putting producers in the unit on the side as they were filming segments. Like we literally had to build it, put the unit together, and we had the nitrogen unit, and like the producer's like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, you want to get in? So like we're putting people in some of those segments that are like, or you've seen on Shark Tank, like people are doing cryo behind the scenes there. So to me, that was
That's
just
amazing.
more
Such an
relaxed.
experience. Absolutely. And if I'm not mistaken, the machine that you used over there went to Mark Wahlberg's house after
I did
that?
tell you about
Or
this.
Tony Robbins.
I think I'm okay to talk about this now. I wasn't allowed to at the time,
Okay.
but they took this unit from Tony Robbins' house, and he had always gone for units from tons of companies and then would keep trying different ones. So they took this unit back, took it to Shark Tank, filmed my segment with it, and then it was purchased by Mark Wahlberg to go to his place in
Nice.
Los Angeles. So it is, I think, one of the most famous cryo units in the world.
Wow.
I don't know where it is.
Where is it now?
Is it still with Mark Wahlberg? Is it with another celebrity? I don't
We'll
know.
have to find out somehow.
Yes.
All right, let me ask you about Cryo Ranch. So last October, I had a pleasure of attending your Cryo Ranch, an incredible entrepreneurial retreat that brought cryo business owners from the entire United States together. Great job on putting this
Thank you.
together.
It was amazing. I mean, I think, me and you were close, but like you coming out there was like took our relationship to the next level, right? I really appreciate
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know like what am I expecting.
Yeah.
But I just
I remember
wanted
you
to
reaching out
support
to me,
you,
like,
and I
yeah.
loved you. Like we all loved that.
Mhm.
So what inspired you to create Cryo Ranch?
Cryocon, like we come here, right? My favorite part of Cryocon, I know there's equipment, there's a lot of stuff, is the people. It's getting all of us owners together, my favorite people, and we get like 2 days, right? This one's 3 days. But like once a year, I'm like, my family, I'm fortunate to have, 3.5 acres in a beautiful part of the country. I'm like, I can host people.
Beautiful ranch.
So we had it was a free event. I had people come out. I didn't really know what to expect. It's fun to host a party, but I'm not organized, as you know. I'm not a good planner. I have a lot of amazing women in my life. You were very helpful to me. And so we just kind of made it happen. But I know we'll do it again. We'll do it again this year, hopefully in July or August.
This is my next question. Can we expect another one this October or?
I mean, look, I'm going to talk to you, talk to everyone, and see, like, did that work for you? Or should we do it, like, in July or August, right? I think we don't want to do it too close to Cryocon.
True.
So that was kind of my idea. And then, weather, things like that. And I want as many people to be able to come as possible. So I definitely want to do it again. And then we'll, we learn things that were great and maybe things that didn't work. That's okay, right? You can make
That's true.
mistakes. Not everything hit. You're being very nice. It wasn't all amazing, but for the most part, it went really, really well.
Absolutely. So let's talk about a cold plunge you had on display over there. Perhaps you can start with sharing a memorable experience,
Yeah.
like who stayed in it longer than you did.
Well, this is still a debate. We still debate this because me and you are very competitive and we've been doing cryo for a long time, combined, like 15, 20 years. So we love cryo. So for me and you, we didn't want to get out. And I think you're supposed to do like 3 or 5 minutes. Me and you were doing like, 10,
I
12?
think you did 9.
I thought you did 9.
No, you did 9. I did
I
11.
thought I did like 15. But anyways, it was fun. We had a lot of
It
fun
was
with it. The
fun.
weather was nice. And the unit's really
It was
nice.
sunny. Yes, correct. So it
Yeah,
was
but look, this is what I love about you and me, right? We love all cryo. We love all cryo. Even though whole body
Absolutely.
cryo is our
We love
favorite, like cold showers, ocean, plunges, me and you just love what the therapy can do.
100%. 100%. So, what motivated your transition to vice president of sales at Next Wellness?
Yeah, it was a lot because I'd been independent with Lost A for a long time and I love my freedom. And then I ventured into equipment sales after COVID. And I was working for a lot of different companies. So for me to like dedicate, all of myself to one company is a hard decision. But I had worked with Jay and Mark and, saw their vision and, they do take really good care of me. They value me and what I bring to the team and, being a cryotherapy expert. So it just all aligned to be the right time for me to make the commitment to Next Wellness.
So, what would you say? What is your primary goal and like priorities now in this new role focused to?
I definitely want to be the best whole body cryo salesperson in the world. And my grandpa, I always admired him. He lived
Both electric and nitrogen?
no nitrogen
No
anymore.
nitrogen.
I can't be an
Can you
honest.
sell my Juca?
I cannot be an honest salesperson and sell nitrogen anymore. I'll tell him like, you want to go get a unit for more cost effective. I think you're going to run into trouble, right? So I feel guilty not at least telling them everything about it. But so electric, and I want to make sure support and service are top notch. I was an owner, and I'll always identify as an owner. And like, I know I had equipment issues with other companies in the past. It's a lot harder to run your business when the equipment is not working well. What we do is already hard enough. Where you're a pioneer to me. You really are. Like this industry is changing so much. Every year it's bigger. More people are entering it. Like what it's going to look like in 10 years is going to be completely different.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So looking ahead from your perspective, what do you envision for the future of cryotherapy to look like?
I think we're going to see a lot more technology, measurables, things like that, maybe tracking cryo sessions, things like that, making the model more simplistic and maybe more affordable so then we can charge less money for memberships. We're going to see it at probably every health club and gym. I know that when I went to do my health club model, I knew it was a good space to be. It's just like a no-brainer to me. Like seeing them, plug and play, like inserting whole body cryo. Like if you have a hot sauna, why would you not have the cold there? Absolutely. And then when you have the cold there, like you don't have someone watching you walk into the hot sauna, do you? So I know we're going to get to a point where you just go into your own electric whole body cryo unit. It's going to be very normal at health clubs. And then I hope that makes it easier for startups and entrepreneurs to be able to do it as well.
Definitely. And lastly, what exciting opportunities and ventures do you see on horizon for yourself in the future?
Well, I have an amazing daughter, as you know, who you
adorable.
I know that you guys get along really well. It's cute,
My new friend.
But that's a big part of my life. So I do want to be able to spend a lot of time with her and be remote. So I know I'll always be involved in cryo, and I hope that I can do an amazing job with Next Wellness and with their whole body cryo. And then I have another startup that I've told you about. Completely different, right? It doesn't really make sense. What is this cryo guy doing in, software? But I have a video game education startup called Game Class, where you can take any video game in the world, mostly the popular ones, and turn it into an educational lesson. So I'm excited because I am very passionate about education, and I'm 33. I still play video games, and all my buddies still play video games. So I know that video games is a good industry to be in.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, before we wrap up, we're gonna do a fun and fast questionnaire. Think of those like rapid fire choices.
I'm so bad at this.
There are no wrong answers.
You know I'm not
Maybe
good at this.
A little judgment. We'll see.
I'm not good at these things, but sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. It's easy. It's our industry. Sauna or steam room?
Steam room.
Infrared sauna or traditional sauna?
Infrared.
Cold shower or hot shower?
I'm going to say cold.
Okay. Wet cold or dry cold?
Definitely dry cold.
Cryo sauna or cryo chamber?
Cryo chamber.
Cryotherapy music, upbeat or calming?
Upbeat.
Meditation or power nap?
Meditation.
Favorite wellness podcast?
Oh, this one, definitely. CryoCeo.
Correct answer.
Yeah, not just because you're involved, but obviously I've known Fernando for so many years. So I know that this is going to be a very big hit.
Thank you. Favorite wellness book?
I'm not a big reader. You know me, I'm not a big reader. So I don't even know if I know a
I'll
wellness
send you
book.
some.
Is there any wellness book that you'd recommend to me?
I'll send you many.
You will? Many?
Yes, many.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a huge on books.
Okay.
Ideal wellness retreat, spa in the mountains or wellness resort by the beach?
I love the ocean, so when I go on vacation, I'm always in the water.
Favorite superfood?
Superfood, pomegranate.
Favorite cheat meal?
Cheeseburger.
Favorite post-workout snack?
Protein shake.
Favorite workout?
We'll do incline chest press.
Favorite wellness gadget or biohacking tool?
Favorite tool? I mean, wouldn't it be like whole body crap? Okay.
Oura ring or Woo band?
The band.
Top tip for optimizing sleep quality?
I'm not a good person to ask. let's see, don't have kids. No, I won't say that. Try not to, get back to everyone all the time. I think you were trying to help me with this, right? I do want to look into meditating. I do want to have more of a set schedule and maybe get off electronics. I think they're causing me a lot of trouble because I am taking a lot of phone calls and Zooms late and playing video games sometimes. So,
Okay, and the last one. If you could only choose one biohacking practice to do daily, what would it be?
I mean, all these are going to be whole body cryo. Come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any kind of cold
Yeah.
cold
Kind of cool.
exposure. And there you have it, folks. A big thank you to Skylar Scarlet for sharing his wealth of knowledge and experiences in the cryotherapy industry with us today. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes on the CryoCeo podcast. This is your host, Anna, signing off.